Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about easy way of taking a picture of a woman beautifully using a previously introduced Canon G7X Mark III. This video is intended for the camera beginners. Some people may use JPEG rather than RAW. Look how little setting adjustments can make a whole difference, even if you don't have Canon G7X Mark III. There is a function that's quite similar in other cameras, so watch this video just for reference sake. This is not meant to be a serious portrait photography using strobe lights. Rather, it's intended for a SNS type casual snapshots. There are many ways to capture a shot of a woman well, such as bringing up the skin color tone or advancing the texture of skin or hair. I'm loosely describing these methods as naturally fill up the image. Now this is a topic I'll be discussing today. How to naturally fill up the image. There are many interesting functions with this G7X Mark III, but I want to show you two convenient settings when taking a shot of a woman. First of all, using a function called Creative Assist with Auto Mode, and secondly, operate the picture style settings during the P mode. As previously discussed in my last video, if you take a picture on a default setting, the result tends to be rather too deep or too strong. Preferences are subjective, but I particularly find the result of default setting too deep when taking portraits. I recommend changing the settings when taking a portrait of a woman in particular. So let's get started. First, using a Creative Assist function with an auto mode. As a comparative reference, I'll take a picture with default setting, as if it's just been shipped out of the factory. Here is a result. Since I work out all year around, my skin tone is rather dark. But even then, don't you find the result a bit unnatural? The skin color is on an amber side. I also find the loss of a texture and the coated look of my hair. I also noticed the flatness in the texture of a skin tone. So with these in mind, I'll change the setting at auto mode and register. First, set the dial to auto and push set button. You will see that preset, background blur, brightness, contrast, etc. First, background blur. Bring it to +1. As it is a portrait, in order to achieve a soft effect, I bring it to a maximum level. Next, brightness. Bring it to +1. Skin tone will look more live if you bring the brightness a notch up. So start moderately with +1 and see the difference. Next, contrast. -4, the lowest. With portraits, one tends to appear aged when contrast is set high, so I'm setting this to -4. Next, saturation. -1. You want a ruddy complexion to a certain degree, but not too much amber. So start with -1 to see how it goes. Color tone 1, -8. Since the original had too much amber. Color tone 2, keep it 0. Since I didn't find any green and magenta on the picture. Here is how to set the preset. Once all the settings are done, press OK. It will switch to a normal screen. Then press Set again and Register button. It's done once you press OK. You can register up to 3. Press Set button, Preset button. Then choose either of User 1, User 2, or User 3. Okay, here is the result. The result is completely different from that of the default auto mode. Skin tone appears to have pink complexion, A cool transparency of the white background wall is achieved by color setting more towards the blue. By doing this, you can also get same whitening result with the white of the eye and the teeth. The mood has improved, but the quality is still within the auto category range. The sharpness is still strong. Its depiction a bit firm. My preference would be to have it more neutral. I will therefore be using P mode with the picture style setting. Set the dial to P. The location is an interior with sunlight. I set the white balance to auto. Ambience priority here, but change it if you want. Select picture style that's on the right side of the screen. You will find auto, standard, portrait, landscape, etc. Select neutral. Let's see the result of the default neutral. This is not the neutral that I imagined it to be. It's slightly deeper. The skin color is still on the amber side and slightly intense in the contrast and saturation. So I'll adjust user settings with these in mind. Select the user setting either from 1, 2, or 3 and press Menu. You will find adjustment categories on the right of the screen. Set up from top. Here, select Neutral from Picture Style. Then press Back button. We'll be setting Sharpness Strength, that is on the second row. Select 0. Sharpness Fineness. Stay with default 2. Sharpness Threshold. Stay with 2 as default. Contrast. -5. -2 for the saturation. -1 for the color tone. Your setting is complete when you press the back button. You don't need to set it as a preset, as has been done previously. It will be memorized automatically. You just need to press the number of your user setting. I took this one using P mode for a time being, but you can use either of M, AV, TV. Here is the result. First of all, effect of setting the contrast to -5 is quite apparent. Skin tone appear to have pink ochre complexion as opposed to amber side. I believe that a result like this is more appropriate for a female portrait. Since you are only seeing an end result of an ideal setting shown like a clockwork, it's actually a result of countless trial to get the best effect. So I would recommend changing contrast, saturation, etc. to find your favorite settings. Okay, this is it for today. I've uploaded the photos took with Canon G7X Mark III on my Instagram. Please check the sample pictures as the camera is still brand new. Please press good if you like my video and subscribe my channel. See you again at the next video. Bye!